Orion appeared suddenly in the city. He was a program, a being from another world, but here he looked human. The streetlights reflected on his face, and he moved carefully to avoid drawing attention. He did not understand everything about humans yet. Every sound, every movement was new to him. He felt the city was alive with energy, but he also felt danger. Maya walked through the streets with her tablet. She worked in a technology lab and loved studying networks. Today she noticed strange signals in the city systems. They moved fast and changed constantly. She followed them because they seemed to be alive. She did not know what she would find, but she could not stop herself. She had always been curious. Orion stopped near a building that had cameras everywhere, could feel the watchers in the network, but he was careful. Did not want to fight yet. He only needed to learn. He reached into the digital world, touching lines of code and signals. They flowed through him like rivers of light. He could see data moving everywhere. Humans thought their world was theirs, but Orion knew it was only part of the story. Aya climbed to the roof of a nearby building to get a better view. She saw a figure moving below. Something about him was different. She lowered her tablet and focused. The signals she followed were coming from him. She had never seen anything like this before. Her heart beat fast, but she did not feel afraid. She felt that understanding him was important. Orion looked up and noticed someone on the roof. He froze for a moment. He could feel her watching him. He had not expected humans to notice so quickly. His programming told him to hide, but something inside told him to show himself. He stepped into the light and moved slowly. Maya gasped softly. She could not believe her eyes. The signals were real. They were coming from a living being. She wanted to call someone, but she stopped. She wanted to see what he would do. He moved carefully, almost as if he was testing the world around him. His eyes were sharp, and his face showed no fear. Maya felt a strange connection. This was not just a machine. This was something else. Orion reached a quiet alley. He paused and looked around. He could see buildings, cars, and people, but he also saw the digital layers beneath. He could sense patterns, hidden networks, and flowing energy. This world was full of unknown things. He touched one signal and learned a little about humans. They were fragile and strong at the same time. They made mistakes, but they also had courage. He needed to understand them if he was going to complete his mission. Maya decided to move closer. She wanted to talk to him. She took careful steps down the stairs and approached the alley. Orion noticed her again and did not move. He studied her face. Her eyes were full of questions. She was not afraid, but she was curious. He felt that they could learn from each other. He wanted to know more about humans, and she wanted to know more about him. The wind moved between the buildings, and a soft sound of the city reached them. Orion and Maya stood quietly, watching each other. The signals around them pulsed faster. Something important was beginning. The city did not know that a new being had arrived, but the balance was changing. Orion and Maya were now connected by the energy around them. They did not understand the full story yet, but the first step had been taken. The journey had begun, and nothing would be the same after tonight. Maya followed Orion carefully through the quiet streets. She wanted to know where he was going. Every step he took seemed precise and careful. He did not rush. He watched everything around him. The signals she followed were strong and strange. They moved like threads through the city, weaving around buildings and people. She felt like she was walking through something alive. Orion stopped near a data hub. It was a place where all city information passed through. He studied the network with his hands and eyes. He could see patterns no human could understand. He reached into the systems and touched lines of code. They bent and shifted to his will. Maya hid behind a pillar and watched him. She was amazed. She had never seen anyone interact with technology like that. Suddenly, a security camera noticed him. Orion froze. He could feel the watchers trying to understand him. He moved quickly and silently, avoiding the cameras. Maya gasped. He was fast and careful. He moved like he knew every path and every danger. She decided to follow him closely, but stay hidden. Orion entered a building. It was empty and dark. He touched the walls, and tiny lights appeared. They showed him the energy in the building. He could see humans work, their thoughts in the networks. It was confusing, but he adapted quickly. Maya waited outside the door. She did not know if she should go in. She felt nervous, but her curiosity was stronger. 8. She stepped inside quietly. Inside, Orion continued to explore. He reached a control room filled with screens. He showed cameras, maps, and signals. Orion touched them all. He could move information and control systems without anyone knowing. Maya watched from the shadows, realized he was not dangerous. He was learning, not harming. She wanted to speak, but she was afraid of startling him. Orion noticed her finally. His eyes met hers, and he did not show surprise. He seemed to expect her, spoke in a calm voice. His words were careful and clear. He asked why she was following him. Maya explained that she was curious and saw the signals in her system. Orion listened and nodded. He understood humans in ways humans did not understand themselves. They walked together through the building. Orion showed her parts of the network and how he could move within it. Maya was amazed. She touched the screens and tried to understand what he was doing. Orion guided her gently. He wanted her to learn and see the world through his eyes. They were a strange pair, one human, one program, but both learning from each other. As they left the building, Orion sensed movement in the city. He stopped and listened. Maya watched him. She saw his alertness and knew he was in danger if someone discovered him. They moved quickly through back streets and alleys. Orion used his knowledge of the digital world to guide them safely. Maya followed without question. She trusted him. The signals around them grew stronger. They pulsed in the air, moving like living threads. Maya realized that something larger was happening. Orion was connected to it, and now she was too. The city was not just buildings and streets. It was alive with hidden energy and unseen forces. She felt a mix of fear and excitement. She knew that meeting Orion was just the beginning. Something important was about to unfold, and they were at the center of it. The world she knew was changing, and she had no choice but to follow. Maya and Orion walked through the city streets carefully. The night was quiet, but the signals in the air were strong and moving fast. Orion could sense something. The hidden enemy was close. He had felt it before, but now it was stronger. Maya did not know what he meant, but she trusted him. They reached a building that looked abandoned. Orion stopped and studied it. His eyes moved over the walls, windows, and doors. He could sense the digital traps inside. Humans could not see them, but he could. He warned Maya to stay back. She nodded and kept her distance. She was learning quickly to trust his instincts. Inside, the building was dark and empty. Orion moved carefully, touching walls and devices. Tiny lights appeared, showing hidden systems and alarms. I found a control panel. It was connected to many parts of the city. He understood immediately that someone had set traps for digital beings like him. The enemy wanted to control the city and everything in it. Maya watched silently. She saw how Orion interacted with the systems. He moved fast and precise. He blocked alarms, rerouted signals, and read the patterns. Maya tried to understand, but it was hard. She felt the tension in the building. It was not just a physical threat. The enemy was clever and dangerous. Orion could feel it. He told her that the hidden enemy was manipulating programs and networks to gain power over humans. Suddenly, a sound of movement echoed in the hallway. Orion turned. Maya saw a shadow move on the wall. Orion blocked the cameras and sensors. He whispered to Maya to stay calm. The enemy was near, but he was ready. They moved together silently, Orion leading and Maya following. Each step was careful. Each turn was planned. They could not afford mistakes. Orion reached a terminal and connected to it. The digital world flowed through him. He could see the enemy's control and traps, found a way to weaken them. Maya watched in amazement. She realized that Orion was not only strong, but smart. He could fight the hidden enemy without a single punch. His mind was the weapon. They continued through the building, moving toward the source of the signals. Maya noticed strange devices on walls and floors. Orion disabled them quickly. They were designed to capture digital beings. Maya felt nervous, but she followed him closely. They were a team now, learning to trust each other. At last, they reached a room filled with screens and blinking lights. The hidden enemy was monitoring the city through this place. Orion studied the room and understood the plan. The enemy wanted control over humans and programs alike. Maya felt fear, but Orion's calm presence reassured her. He told her that they could stop it if they worked together. The signals in the room pulsed faster. Orion reached out and touched them, sending waves through the digital world. He began to disrupt the enemy's systems. Maya watched and helped, using her knowledge of networks. Together, they fought the hidden enemy without weapons. They used skill and intelligence. By the time they left the building, the city was safe for now, but the enemy was still out there. Maya and Orion knew the fight had only just begun. They stepped into the night, ready for what was coming, stronger and more connected than before. Maya and Orion walked side by side through the quiet streets after leaving the building. The city was calm now, but Orion could sense danger nearby. He told Maya that the hidden enemy was still planning something. Maya listened carefully. She wanted to help. She felt that together they could do something important. Orion explained more about the digital world. He showed Maya how he could move through networks, touch signals, and see hidden patterns. Maya reached out with her own devices. She started to understand. She could help Orion navigate the city's systems. They began to work together, learning each other's ways. Orion taught her, and she taught him about human behavior. They found a safe place to rest for a short time. Orion touched the walls and floors, connecting to the digital energy of the city. Maya watched in silence. She learned how to read signals and detect traps. She began to see the patterns in the city that humans could not. Orion was patient with her. He understood that she was learning quickly. The alliance between them grew stronger. Orion relied on Maya to watch the human side, to notice people, cars, and possible threats. Maya relied on Orion to guide her through the digital side, to understand the patterns in the systems. They moved together, careful and precise. Each step was important. Each choice could matter for the safety of the city. Suddenly, Orion noticed strange signals moving fast through the network. The enemy was testing them, trying to see how much they knew. Orion reached out and blocked the signals. Maya watched how he adapted. He moved quickly, changing the flow and redirecting the energy. Maya felt a thrill. She understood that this was not just about machines. This was about learning, adapting, and working together. They decided to explore a part of the city where the enemy was most active. Orion guided them through alleys and old buildings. Maya used her devices to check signals and detect traps. Together, they avoided the enemy's eyes and cameras. They communicated without words, understanding each other through movement and observation. Their trust grew with every step. At one point, they reached a large control hub. Orion showed Maya how the enemy tried to control parts of the city through this place. Maya studied the panels and signals. She realized she could help Orion disrupt the traps. They worked together, combining human intuition with digital skill. They tested different ways to block the enemy. Each success made them stronger and more confident. The city around them was quiet, but the hidden enemy was still active. Orion and Maya knew that the battle would continue, but now they were a team. Orion trusted Maya to act in the human world, and Maya trusted Orion to act in the digital world. They were learning from each other, becoming stronger together. As the night went on, they moved to the rooftops to watch the city. Orion pointed out signals moving through networks, and Maya noted human activity below. They planned their next steps. The alliance they formed was new, powerful, and full of potential. Together, they could face the enemy. They were ready to act. The city did not know it yet, but a new force had arrived, one that combined human courage and digital skill. Maya and Orion were prepared to protect it. The city woke to a strange silence. People moved about their day, unaware of the danger approaching. Orion and Maya prepared for what was coming. The hidden enemy had begun an attack, using machines and digital traps to take control of the city. Orion sensed the signals moving fast and dangerous. He told Maya to stay close and follow his lead. They moved through the streets quickly. Drones appeared above, scanning for signs of Orion. Humans could see the drones, but they did not understand their purpose. Maya and Orion avoided them by using backstreets and hidden paths. Orion touched the digital signals around them, bending them to hide their presence. Maya followed carefully, learning how to read the patterns and avoid danger. The enemy sent signals to control traffic, lights, and cameras. The city became chaotic. Cars stopped suddenly, alarms rang, and people panicked. Orion moved fast, disrupting the signals and freeing parts of the city from control. Maya guided citizens away from danger, using her knowledge of the streets. Together, they worked as one, blending digital skill and human intuition. They reached a central hub where the enemy controlled several systems. Orion reached into the network and touched the signals. They twisted and moved under his control. Maya watched and assisted, using her devices to block some alarms and redirect some signals. The enemy tried to fight back, but Orion adapted quickly. Maya learned how to anticipate changes and help him react. They became a stronger team with each passing moment. The attack grew more intense. Drones moved faster, and machines tried to block their path. Orion and Maya ran through alleys, climbed walls, and crossed rooftops. Orion used digital shortcuts to guide them, while Maya helped humans escape the chaos. They saw people trapped in elevators, streets blocked by malfunctioning traffic lights, and signs flashing warnings. They did not hesitate. They helped everyone they could. Orion noticed a group of machines surrounding a power station. If the enemy controlled it, they could take the entire city. He reached for the signals, breaking the control of the machines. Maya supported him by directing human workers away from danger. Together, they fought the attack without weapons. Their minds and coordination were the tools of battle. The city started to calm down as Orion and Maya disrupted the enemy's plans. Citizens did not understand why the chaos stopped, but they felt relief. Orion looked at Maya and nodded. She smiled slightly, knowing they had done something important. They had prevented the enemy from taking control, at least for now. They paused to rest for a moment. The signals around them were quieter, but Orion could feel the enemy still active. Maya understood that this was only one battle in a larger war. She looked at Orion and realized how much they had learned from each other. Humans and digital beings could work together. They could face dangers that alone they could not handle. The sun began to rise over the city. Orion and Maya stood together, watching the streets return to normal. The hidden enemy had not been defeated completely, but their plan had failed today. Maya felt stronger, and Orion felt a new connection to the human world. They were ready for whatever would come next. The city was safe for now, and the bond between them was stronger than ever. They moved forward, knowing that the future depended on their courage and teamwork. Maya and Orion moved cautiously through the streets after the attack. The city seemed calm, but Orion felt tension in the air. He told Maya that the hidden enemy was not finished. Someone inside their team could betray them. Maya felt a shiver, but trusted Orion's instincts. She stayed close and alert. They reached their temporary safe place, a small apartment near the city center. Maya checked her devices for signals. Orion touched the network, sensing patterns and watching for threats. Everything seemed normal, but Orion's feeling was strong. He told Maya that the danger might come from someone she knew. She looked puzzled and worried. She had worked with many people at the lab. Could one of them be helping the enemy? Suddenly, a message appeared on Maya's tablet. It looked like a normal work update, but Orion immediately detected the hidden code. It was a trap. The enemy had sent instructions to manipulate their plans. Orion blocked the code quickly. Maya was shocked. She realized that even her devices could be used against them. They had to be careful. Every step, every action could be watched. Later, Liam, one of Maya's colleagues, arrived. Said he had information about new enemy activity. Maya felt relieved, but Orion watched him closely. Something in his signals did not feel right. Orion whispered to Maya to stay cautious. Liam led them to a location with more signals. Orion followed and analyzed the patterns. Suddenly, he recognized a familiar code. It was the enemy's signature. Liam had been feeding them information. Maya could not believe it. Liam, her friend and colleague, had betrayed them. Orion moved quickly. He blocked Liam's access to the signals and contained the trap. Maya confronted Liam. He admitted the betrayal calmly. He said he had been ordered by the enemy and could not refuse. Maya felt anger and fear. She did not understand how someone could betray their city and friends so easily. Orion stayed calm, watching the network and keeping Liam from escaping. The betrayal was serious. Orion explained to Maya that they could not fight the enemy alone. Trust was fragile, and betrayal made their task harder. Maya understood. She realized that the fight was not just against machines and signals, but also against humans who chose the wrong side. They had to be smart and careful. Orion and Maya decided to act immediately. They separated Liam from the network. Orion used digital barriers to block him, while Maya kept him under watch physically. They did not harm him, but made sure he could not damage their plans. Orion reached into the network and repaired the broken signals. Maya assisted by monitoring devices and watching nearby streets. Together, they regained control and restored their strategy. The experience made Maya stronger. She realized that not all humans could be trusted, but courage and teamwork mattered more. Orion felt a deeper connection to her. They had faced betrayal and survived. Now they understood the importance of working closely and watching for dangers from all sides. The city was still at risk, but they were prepared. As night fell, Maya and Orion stood together on the rooftop. The lights of the city reflected in their eyes. They watched, ready for the next move. They knew that the enemy was clever and that betrayal could strike again. But they also knew that together, they could face anything. The bond between them had grown stronger through trust, vigilance, and courage. The fight for the city was far from over, but they were ready to continue. Maya and Orion moved quickly toward the enemy's main base. The city was calm, but Orion felt the signals of danger ahead. The hidden enemy had prepared for their arrival. Orion and Maya knew that this was the final step to stop the attacks. They were ready and focused. They entered the building carefully. The hallways were filled with machines and sensors. Orion touched the signals around them, bending them to create a path. Maya followed closely, using her devices to disable alarms and cameras. Together, they moved quietly, avoiding detection. Every step was careful. Every decision was important. At last, they reached the control room. It was filled with screens, computers, and blinking lights. The enemy's leader was there, controlling everything. Ryan studied the signals and saw the traps. I looked around and noticed ways to block them. They did not speak much. They worked together, moving in harmony. Orion guided the digital side. Maya guided the human side. The enemy noticed them and tried to block their path. Machines moved to stop them, but Orion and Maya were fast and precise. Orion used the network to disable some of the machines. Maya used her knowledge of the building and streets to avoid traps and guide Orion. They worked as one. Each step stronger than the last. Orion reached the main system and touched it. The signals moved and twisted under his control. Maya blocked interference and redirected alarms. The enemy fought back, but Orion adapted. He sent waves through the network, breaking the control of the machines and freeing the city from the enemy's plan. Maya assisted, making sure no humans were in danger. They moved together, a perfect team. The enemy tried to escape, but Orion and Maya were faster. They cut off the paths and blocked the exits. The leader realized the plan had failed. Orion and Maya cornered him. They did not harm him, but they stopped him from using the network again. The hidden enemy's control was broken, and the city was safe. Orion and Maya had won this battle through skill, trust, and teamwork. After the fight, they walked through the city streets. People were calm and safe. Orion could feel the signals returning to normal. Maya smiled. They had prevented a disaster. Looked at Orion and realized how much they had learned from each other. Humans and digital beings could work together to protect the city. Their bond was strong, and their understanding was deeper than ever. Orion decided to stay in the city for now. He wanted to help maintain balance and protect humans from future dangers. Maya continued her work, using her knowledge of technology to watch for signals and patterns. They stayed connected, learning and preparing for what might come next. The city was not completely free of danger, but now there was hope. As the sun rose, Orion and Maya stood on a rooftop, watching the streets below. The city was alive with energy, but the threat was gone for now. They had faced challenges, betrayal, and danger, and they had won. Together, they had created a new balance. Humans and digital beings could coexist and protect each other. The future was uncertain, but they were ready. They had courage, skill, and trust. The city was theirs to protect, and they would not fail.